Okay, before we were cutting on lights using a battery and resistors to keep the lights from burning out. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the lights on the same level. So I'm going to get rid of this wire here, this little black wire, and pull my resistor down. And I want to put a third light here. We don't need that wire anymore. And we'll pull down the light here. Let's get a third light. Let's make him green. And so green, green, green. There we go. And we need a resistor. And that'll give him negative power. And the positive power, I'm going to delete all those positive powers. Well, just to show you that we do have a light will come on. Okay, so it has negative power and positive power. Oops, that's negative power. You need positive power. Okay, let's delete that. And let's give him some positive power, which is way down here. Okay, and then the light should come on. Very good. Okay, now all the battery can do is just give them power, but it can't control them. You turn on the power, the lights just simply come on, and that's all the battery does. What we want to do now is not just give them power, but we want to control the lights, whether they're off or on, they blink, they get brighter or less brighter. Control. And to have control as well as power, we need a microcontroller board, and they are better than batteries because you get power and control. So let's stop the simulation, and we're going to delete the battery and go for one of these microcontroller boards. Now, there are many, many microcontroller boards. The one that we have here is called the Arduino. These are nice to work with. Okay, and I'm going to put the Arduino underneath here because it'll be easy to work with, because we're going to run lots and lots of wires. Okay, so and let's zoom in a little bit and start our process. Let's get rid of all the positive power, and I'll let you know why later. So get rid of all the positive wires. And okay, so first we need negative power. That'll go right here. And where do we get negative power from Arduino boards? See what it says ground? That's always negative power. So I'm going to take a wire from here and go way over here. And then we'll go up here and then over here. And now we'll make that black. And we have negative power. Okay, just like before. Now, positive power. We have plenty of choices. 13 through 0 are all positive power. So, which one do we use? I'm going to use 7, 6, and 5 for these three lights. So 7 is going to give the red light positive power. Let me see if I can stop right about here and put my wire up to this point. There we go. And I'll make it red. So now the red light is getting positive power from 7. I want my yellow light to get positive power from 6. And then I want my green to get its positive power from 5. And you see how my wires are neat. Very important. If your wires are not neat, we'll have to start the project again and straighten up the wires. For me, wire management is very important. You've got to have your wires together. All right, it looks like they all have positive power and they have negative power. And you start the simulation and the lights do not come on. It's the reason why is because not only does this give power, but it has to be controlled. And the way that you control is by programming. So we're going to do a code here. And see, there's code already. We're going to put this in the garbage. Just grab it, drag it over to the garbage can, and throw it away. Okay, so what I'm about to do is I have to actually turn on number 7. So to turn on number 7 is a pin, and this right here will turn on pins. So let's grab this, put it out here, and I'm going to set this, let it control pin number 7. And you see it says high. That means that pin 7 is actually going to turn on. So let's try that now. Let's start the simulation. And pin 7, or the first light red, is turned on. Let's stop the simulation. All right, so now let's begin to turn on pin number 6. So I'm going to right-click this, and I'll duplicate this instead of grabbing a new one over here. So this will, and then I'm going to make this pin number 6. And if I start the simulation, you'll see that 6, 7, and 6, or which I say red and yellow. Now, let's stop the simulation and do a duplication here and add this to the programming, and we're going to set pin number 5 to high. Okay, so let's see what happens here. We start the simulation, and all 3 lights are now on. Okay, now there are more pins to use, many more pins to use there, but I want you to use 4, 3, and 2 to turn on 3 more lights. Okay, so 3 more lights, 3 more colors here, and make sure you set up everything and then add the pins to them. So again, your project is to add 3 more lights here and be able to cut them on separately.